Hey guys, I just wanted to look a little deeper at this Diogenes syndrome, the personality traits associated with it. I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing Chantal, but I do think this is kind of interesting. So, part of the Diogenes syndrome personality includes traits like social withdrawal, suspiciousness, hostility, and poor insight, often appearing after a stressful event, such as the loss of a loved one, in a person who was previously aloof or had pre existing personality traits that are easily triggered by stress. This behavior involves extreme self neglect, hoarding of items, domestic squalor, and refusal to accept help regardless of socioeconomic status. Personality characteristics. Individuals with Diogenes syndrome may exhibit the following personality traits: suspiciousness and distrust, a significant lack of trust in others and society in general; aloofness and social withdrawal, a tendency to isolate oneself and detach from social interactions; hostility and aggression, can be aggressive and hostile towards those who try to help or interfere; emotional liability, may experience unpredictable shifts in emotional state; poor insight, a lack of understanding or comprehension of their own poor hygiene and living conditions, and a general lack of shame about their situation; distorted reality, a perception of their circumstances that is significantly different from the actual situation. Possible contributing factors. While not a formal diagnosis, Diogenes syndrome is a behavioral disorder with underlying causes. Stress reaction is an it is often suggested that the syndrome is a late life reaction to a stressful or traumatic event, such as the passing of a spouse or partner, that could be possibly connected to it. Pre existing personality traits. Individuals may have had aloof, suspicious, or emotionally um, liable traits that make them vulnerable to developing the syndrome when stressed. Underlying conditions. In some cases, this syndrome can be associated with or be a symptom of other psychiatric conditions like obsessive compulsive disorder, schizophrenia, dementia, or personality disorders. These personality traits manifest in behaviors such as extreme self neglect, a failure to care for personal hygiene and health, domestic squalor, living in extremely unsanitary and neglectful conditions, hoarding, the compulsive collection and accumulation of objects and trash, and help rejecting behavior, a strong refusal to accept assistance or medical help. I don't know, I'm not diagnosing her, but I do find this disorder overall to be kind of interesting. And I don't know, it could be something that is part of her overall, issues. Something to think about, Fruity. Maybe talk about it with the therapist. Anyway, I just wanted to show a little more about this, about this, the syndrome. It's definitely interesting, and she definitely has something going on where, like, she has no shame about, you know, sharing these, like, stories having to do with her bodily functions and just lacking just basic self hygiene. Like, you know, anyway, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think, but, yeah, definitely something to think about.